What's going on, guys? Nice to here with your week number 3 of the WSS, and today you're on Regis are getting prepared to face off against our good friend Robambi, GG Robambi, coach of the Dragonairbus. I don't remember the second part of the name, but we are in a bit of a time crunch, so we're gonna have to do this super quick. Unfortunately, since I need to face them in like 20 minutes plus I have to do the battle, then I'm gonna start streaming. So it's a bit of a time crunch this week. So we're just gonna hop right into the battle. But if you guys are enjoying the WSS and you guys are supporting the run and Regis, please make sure to leave a like down below. So far we're 2-2 and he is 1-1. So if we can win this, we'll end up being a 3-0, and we still will be the #1 seed in the league, which is really surprising because that's never happened to me. So it's good to feel that way, but I'm so his team has such a good core. The fortunate part is that we only face him one time, so if we lose to him now, we might only face him again in the playoffs if we make it that far. We're having a really good like season so far, but let's not jinx it. But his team is super scary with the if we look at his team, just by the first 3 things I'm gonna say, his team is just ridiculous. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. Latias, which I know what Latias does. Latias is a special wall 100%, and I love Latias, and I'm so happy that he got it. Thunderous Therian, the regular Thor, not baby Thor, but his older brother Thor, the one with the nice cloud hands, is in his team, as well as his Z captain. So hopefully he brings it as a Z captain. I'm only bringing starting stuff because in case he wants to bring Scarf, since we do have some stuff that outspeed it, we have that option. But yeah, the Thunder Stee is his Z captain. It can be physical, it can be special, it can do all this kind of stuff. We just have to do our very best to kind of break through those walls. And Mega Venusaur, those 3 are just already like, I lose to this thing, period. I already lose to these 3 mons, period. The Mega Venusaur is here. He has a really good core with the Mega Venusaur, Thundurus, and Latias, including the Lucario. Lucario is something that I am definitely afraid of, because that fighting type with the steel type the combination is really hard to get rid of. The Mamoswine, so much stress in his team. Mamoswine, he traded the Delmise for a Decidueye. From what I remember, he did say that he traded that, and as well as a couple weeks ago, like he did like another trade, or like the first week he did like another trade. He has Alolan Muck, which for him has been doing so much work. I love Alolan Muck too, so I'm super excited to go up against it. I know that thing is a big threat, so I have to be careful with that. Aromatisse, I've never faced an Aromatisse before. If he brings it, I have no response to it because I have no idea what it does. I know it's a cleric, that's pretty much it. My big boy Regirock. Big boy man himself, Cocoa Krispies. He's bringing the Regirock, and probably it's gonna be sturdy, but all of it does is Rocks, Explosion, Drain Punch, Rock Slide. He's a really good wall, but he has no recovery. That's his biggest problem. He's pretty much setup bait, but he also gets the 3 elemental punches with the Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch, so we have to be careful of that. Because I know he probably will bring the Fire Punch just for the Scizor, because I know that a Bullet Punch does not bring him down to his 30, or it doesn't bring up that like hard enough. He doesn't get any grass type moves, so we have to be kind of wary of that. Flareon, which is his fire immunity in the team. Flareon is really good matchup against me. I just realized that on my way home from like dropping off Gen, me thinking of the team I'm bringing, like, Flareon kind of wrecks our team. I did not even think of it. The only thing that can take a hit would probably be Hipster, but that's not here or there. And then the last but not least, the Masquerain, which he has yet to bring to the table, but it does get Intimidate, plus it does get the Sticky Webs, so we have to be careful of that, and also Defog, so we have to be careful of all those things. But what we're bringing against his team is going to be the Mega Scizor, Clamps the Mega Scizor with Bullet Punch, Sword Stance Roost, and Aerial Ace. The Bullet Punch is there for the Technician boost, priority, and a +2. It pretty much hits everything. Hits everything in the team relatively hard, where it does 2 KO a lot of things. So if I can get to +4, not gonna happen. But if I do get to +4, I would be able to either 1-shot or 2-shot everything besides the Thunderous. Besides the Thunderous and the Lucario, I believe. 248 in health just to make his life odd. 152 in attack and 108 in special defense. I wanted to add the bit of special defense so that I can be able to take an HP Ice from a defensive Venusaur as much as possible, which does 44 to 47%. If I recall correctly, 44 to 48% or something like that. So if we're at full health, it cannot 2 KO us. It can get there, but it cannot like 2 KO us, where we just have to be careful of. And we don't have a defogger in this team, so this is gonna be super hard for us, because if clamps is our way of priority, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do what we need to do. One of our wall breakers in this team is going to be the Thunderous at Baby Thor, the Thunderous at 252 special attack, 252 in speed, and 4 in attack. Intimidation, just because we don't necessarily need the U-turn and knockoff, we really don't. But the fact that we can actually use them as a pivot or as a utility would be really helpful. The knockoff helps out to get rid of like an item that any of his team will have, except for the Lucario. I have to be careful of the Lucario because it could have the Justify boost, and that's gonna be super hard to deal with, especially under the regular terms. So, and now that I said that, you guys will know what I'm talking about very shortly. But we just have to be careful with knockoff. We have to make sure that if he does not bring the Lucario, we can spam knockoff except against the Venusaur. But for the Venusaur, we have the Psychic. Reminds me of these back when I faced Magic during during the IBL season 0. I brought a lot of things with Psychic because his team was super weak to Psychic, and he brought like 4 or 5 things that were weak to Psychic, so that really helped us out. But the Psychic, unfortunately, is only a 3-hit KO in a defensive Venusaur, so we have to be careful about that. We cannot take a lot of hits because we are relatively frail. We are frail. This is just a wall breaker to be able to do a decent amount of damage each time. This set, always, I'm still a little bit iffy about. I'm very iffy about this set, but we're gonna have to try it out. Elsa, the Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, holding the choice Scarf. Hear me out. If he brings Scarf Latias or Scarf Latias or Scarf Thunderous, we get outsped. Period. Actually, do we even need the Charm? I don't think we need a Charm. Let's bring the Side Shot. Sorry. I was thinking, I'm like, why do we need the Charm? It was to lower the attack of Muck and like the mouse one, but we don't really need that, so it's fine. Because we have the Hail. If we were bulky, that would be fine, but we're not super bulky. We have the Blizzard, Moonblast, Psyshock, and Aurora Veil. Scarf Veil, then get the heck out of there. That's my main plan. And I just spam Blizzard under Hail, and Moonblast is just for stab. Actually, Moonblast does hit the Lucario decently well. Hits the Muck decently well, so that's the Blizzard. Blizzard is what, base? What was Moonblast for? It does hit the Mammoth one relatively normal, because we don't really need it. Oh, we don't actually need. Now that I'm thinking of it, we don't need the Moonblast, because with the Moonblast, Blizzard hits for 110 damage. Moonblast hits the Latias, but so does the Blizzard. Thunderous, Blizzard, Lucario, I think it's neutral. So I think the Moonblast was mostly for Lucario, if I recall correctly. Was most likely for Lucario, so I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's just leave it as Moonblast so we can have some stab hits. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. We can run Sheer Cold, but we're not gonna run Sheer Cold. We can't run the Sheer Cold. But yes, this is timid, max speed, max special attack, not mad, max special attack, 4 in special defense, because why not? We didn't know where else to put the 4, so we just put it in the special defense, because if we put it in health, it was going to be an even number, and we cannot switch into Stealth Rocks as freely as we can. Choice Scarf, just to make sure we outspeed everything in his team. Always afraid to use Scarf. always afraid to use Scarf in this mon specifically, just because we're not bringing Flagon, and Flagon would have been a great choice Scarfer, but we lose to Choice Scarf, Latias, and Thunderous. So I just did what I can do. Next up, we have Uxie, Hipster the Uxie, Trick Room knockoff, Stealth Rocks, and U-Turn with the Cola Berry, just so that we can take one Dark type move. This is my physical wall. I love physically defensive Uxie, especially against like Lucario, Mamoswine, and all that stuff. The knockoff is there to get rid of any items. The Trick Room, of course, the Trick Room would make sense for the next mon, so just give me a sec. It will make sense for our next mon, but Hipster is here to just Rocks, U-Turn, and Trick Room. That's it. The knockoff would be nice to get rid of any item, but again, I'm afraid of the Justify boost. If we can get a knockoff on the Latias, once it goes for like a Shadow Ball, I should be able to eat one Shadow Ball, especially with 130 special defense. I should be able to eat at least one and go for a Trick Room, if anything. But we just have to be careful. We have to set up a Trick Room because we have our newest member, Ghost Ride, that we did trade for last week. The Alolan Marowak, and the Ghost Rider is here to pretty much break every wall in existence. This thing under Trick Room is gonna be amazing. This is our slowest mon so far. That's gonna be doing work. 248 in health, 252 in attack. So it's a bulky offensive set. And 8 in defense. Again, I cannot take a lot of hits, especially with them with this Marowak. The Thick Club is needed because it boosts our attack ×2, so it'll be 5. It's 248, so it's what, 568. 568 is amazing amount of damage, especially with the Rock Head. People are gonna be like, why are you not running Lightning Rod? Hear me out. Fire Punch does not do enough damage to anything in this team. Well, it does a decent damage to a lot of things in the team, but Flare Blitz, because of the Rock Head, I can just spam that out. Not in front of the Flareon, of course, but I could just spam that out, and even if it's resisted, it's gonna be doing a butt ton of damage just because it's a Flare Blitz, it's stab, and I won't take the recoil because of the Rock Head. That's my thought process through this. We're gonna try our best to do what we can with this. A Flare Blitz does 1-hit KO defensive Muk, it 2-hit KOs a Venusaur, so I have to get some chip damage against the Venusaur first. It 1-hit KOs the Thunderous. Even if I think Shadow Bone 1-hit KOs the Latias if it's not defensive. I have to EQ is for everything else. The Regirock is the only thing that's a problem, but we just have to be careful with the Regirock. That's pretty much it. But we have answers for the Regirock as well with our Pinhead Larry. Under Trick Room, it's gonna be slower than everything. Clearly, actually, let me just give you my 0 speed IVs. The Rainbow Berry, of course, so that we can take a Grass type hit at least once. If he brings the Thunderous with HP Ice, Bloom Doom, we should be able to live it with the Rainbow Berry and hit him with an Ice Beam at least. Unfortunately, we cannot sit in front of Latias with this mon. We can't sit in front of Latias or Venusaur with this mon. If the Mamoswine has Freeze Dry, rip it, dippy us. I was not expecting that, but we do have answers. The Storm Drain doesn't really. Actually, we don't need Storm Drain. We actually don't need Storm because he doesn't have a Water type in this team. So I think Sticky Hold is the best option. Let's do Sticky Hold because there is nothing in this team has a Water type move. Yeah, nothing in this team has a Water type move except for like HP Ice or the Masquerain. And the Masquerain is gonna go for like the Air Slash either way for stab or the Bug Buzz, so it's fine. So the Sticky Hold will make sure that we hold on to our like Rainbow Berry against the Muk, which is actually pretty cool. The Protect's there too. I want to say the Protect is there to so that if they go for Bloom Doom, we can eat it up pretty well. Since it does half damage for the Rainbow Berry, it does a quarter damage, so we can be able to do. Actually, it does quarter damage, so it'll do like an 8 damage, I believe. So hopefully that helps. I was thinking of probably doing something else, but I got told that the Protect was gonna be good, so I'm gonna trust the person that helped me out team build. But that's the team builder so far. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. If we get this win, that will be a miracle because this team is ridiculously hard to prep for, especially because he has such great mons. Oh my, he has such amazing mons. So I will catch you guys in the battle. It's gonna happen tomorrow, but for me it's gonna happen in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So have yourself a great day. Stay nerdy, stay awesome. I'll catch you guys in the battle, if we win, we're 3-0. If we lose, we're 2-1. It's not really that big of a deal. We just have to win the rest out. That's all. We just have to try to win. That's all. That's all we're doing. We're doing it for fun. So we are facing a friend, so we just have to do it for as much fun as we can. If we get critted, can't do much. It's Pokemon. You can't do much about it. I have to stop getting so serious about Pokemon. That's what I have to say. Alright guys, have yourself a wonderful day. Stay nerdy. Stay awesome. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bye!